Can you imagine how you'd feel if your young child was mowed down by a hit-and-run driver and killed, and then the driver flees the scene and then only gets probation? Laura Engel joins me now with a troubling story that raises a disturbing question. Laura.
Thanks, Geraldo. One Florida mother is living that nightmare, but some are saying this case is less crime and punishment and more black and white. We went to the scene of the crime. Here's what we found out. It's a seemingly unthinkable crime. A car plowing into 4 young children on a darkened street. 2 boys left for dead in the middle of the road. But that's exactly what 29-year-old Jennifer Porter did one night in March of 2004. The Tampa, Florida schoolteacher was the driver in a hit and run, killing 13-year-old Bryant Wilkins, his 3-year-old brother Durante, and injuring their 2 siblings.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know there's nothing I can do to bring your 2 precious sons back.
Jennifer Porter was driving down this street. Investigators say she was going about 40 miles an hour. The children were coming out of this park and headed home from a cookout. They made it halfway across the street when she slammed into them, dragging the 3-year-old 150 feet without stopping, and then she drove home. Facing a possible prison term of 15 years, Porter pled guilty this August. The charge, leaving the scene of an accident involving a death, a maximum of 3 years in jail.
She done shed 1 tear for my church, but you know what? She gonna always live a hard life. She ain't gonna never prosper, because when you hurt people, you never prosper.
Now outrage from the children's mother, Lisa Wilkins, after a judge handed down Porter's sentence early Saturday morning, pointing out her clean police record and the acute stress reaction she suffered during the accident. Judge Lamar Battles decided not to put Porter behind bars.
You'll be sentenced to 2 years of community control, followed by 3 years of probation.
She got a slap on the wrist. That's what she got.
Wilkins called the decision a race thing. Porter is white. Wilkins' children are black. It's a sentiment echoed by many in Tampa's African-American community, including Pastor Frank Williams.
Hey, this young woman ran over 4 children and get a slap on the wrist.
Do you get the sense that this is an issue about race?
Yes, definitely so.
This was an accident, a tragic, sad accident.
Yesterday, Porter's attorney Barry Cohen angrily defended his client, saying the ultimate outcome was determined by the facts and the law, and not the color of anyone's skin.
To try to use Jennifer Porter's case as an example of where injustice has occurred and that the African Americans don't get the same kind of justice is wrong.
Laura, thank you very much. Joining us from Tampa now, our community activist Connie Burton on your left. She believes that the sentencing in this case really was racially motivated. On your right, Grady Irvin, a prominent Tampa criminal defense attorney who says the sentencing was fair. So, Connie, she believes, as you do, that were the driver a black person and the victim's white, this would have been different?
Well, just based on our everyday circumstances, we know it would have been different.
Grady, do you agree? I know that you think the judge acted properly given the charge, but do you think the charge should have been more severe?
Without a doubt, the charge should have been much more severe. She should have been charged with at least 2 things in this case. Number 1, she should have been charged with vehicular homicide. The second charge should have been leaving the scene of an accident involving death. And the political nature of this is the fact she was not charged with vehicular homicide, and I think that's where the outrage is coming, not just from the black community, but it's coming from the community at large. How can 2 children lay dead in the street, someone leave the scene of the accident, and she not be charged with vehicular homicide when the experts have said that she was speeding? No one can come forward to this day and say if she was going the appropriate speed limit, that those children would still be dead.
I don't have any disagreement with anything you said or that Connie said, but I just want you for a second to put yourself in that driver's place. With all of the stereotype, all of the images, the neighborhood she found herself in, you can understand how she might panic, not truly understanding at that instant the true nature of what she'd done.
She knows that neighborhood. She chose to work there. That is just wrong. It's dead wrong.
And you believe that the district attorney then glaringly acted in a racial manner by not charging her appropriately?
I would first say he acted politically. Why spend $1 million in prosecuting a case and using experts and reconstruction experts to prosecute a poor little white girl who's killed 2 black kids when there are people out there raping poor little white girls. Use that money in that area as opposed to this area. So I'm very concerned about that. I don't, Mark's a political person. I like him very much as a person, but he made a bad call on this one, and he needs to come forward. He won't address you, Geraldo. He won't address the public. He's speaking through spokespersons. He needs to come to the community and explain to the community why he did what he did, and he won't do that. But he'll go to the black churches at election time.
Thank you, Connie Burton. Grady Irvin, thank you very much. For the record, the prosecutor's office had no comment other than the previous statements they have made on this case. Thank you both very much.